Good afternoon everyone, Philip from Black Bull Markets here. Hope you guys are doing well. Just a quick video. Last week we discussed a bit of Bitcoin in my video. I showed you guys a pattern that I have seen that I've been keeping an eye on. I really enjoyed this pattern. I'll also be taking you through just some of the previous patterns showed up in Bitcoin, just to show you kind of how powerful this technical analysis really is. So we'll dive straight into it. We'll get into this and I'll quickly show you what I'm looking at for Bitcoin and what we did look at in the previous video. If you guys haven't had a look at it, please go have a look. It is very helpful to a lot of our clients as well. So first what we can see here is we are looking at the head and shoulders. So this is a Bitcoin on 4-hour bar chart. And you can see it has just formed this magnificent head and shoulders. Let me just quickly draw it for you. So we talked about this one on the last video. And I mentioned it. This is one we're going to be keeping our eye on. I believe it was round about... let me just quickly finish drawing this for you and I can show you right about where it was, I believe, when we had discussed it and when we were looking at it. So this is just a rough bit of a drawing, not quite perfect. But when we were looking at this last week, I believe we were around about here, here on the $6,300 for Bitcoin. It did look like it made a push further down, but it did finish pretty much on the same level as the previous shoulder, on the previous left shoulder, which is $6,120, around about $6,120. And then it closed with this green candle, and then this week it has just sort of plowed through and went up to the neckline over here. So I mentioned I'll be looking for possible trades to the top side after that right shoulder, and we can see it did actually follow it pretty well, quite textbook for this pattern. You can also see a bit of a way we could have traded this neckline, sorry, not the neckline, the first move to complete the head of the shoulders, the head and shoulders pattern. So you can see here, if we just connected our trend line, so not our trend lines, or you can call them trend lines, just a bit of a sort of a bit of a wedge here for the right shoulder moving down to the first part of the neckline. And you can see it did actually break out with a nice small candle to the downside, and you could have caught this as well, potentially putting your stop loss, sorry, your take profits here at the previous right shoulder, expecting it to be a support level, which it sort of was. You can see it did kind of fumble around here, and then again after that opening up with this big gap to the top side, coming back down to this previous neckline over here. You can see it is actually just looks like it is moving beyond this neckline, so it is still following a very good head and shoulders. I mean, we could potentially see the turnaround for Bitcoin. I know it's very big to say. This is or it could either be just a big correction. I mean, if we use our Fibonacci's, we can also determine around about an area that it could possibly move to. So if we use our Fibonacci expansion, we can just measure this previous leg and the correction. You can see the 100% is around about here. Now, if you guys are not too familiar with Fibonacci, it is it's a very psychological number. It's called the golden ratio, which is your 61.8. So that is a bit of a long story. I won't explain it to you now, but there's a lot of information on about how to calculate the Fibonacci ratios or numbers on or the golden ratios on the internet. So just have a look around there if you guys are interested in it. There are a lot of books on it as well. So it is quite helpful in trading as well. As you can see, it does offer us some levels over here. You can see the 100% was also around about this gap area as well, this big gap, and did offer a support. So it is quite interesting. If you guys wanted to know a bit more about it, it's a very interesting thing to learn, is Fibonacci ratios. And also the golden ratio is a key one, which is the 31.8 and 32.6. Sorry, 31.8 and 32.8. So, or 38.2. My apologies, this was actually wrong. But yeah, so we can see that it's moving up to the 100%. Hopefully, this is the target we could potentially see. And then, if it does move beyond, we can look for further moves to 161.8. Hitting this previous resistance over here. What is that? The $7,700 again. If it does go past that, I mean, there are lots of previous support and resistance areas we could look for. The gaps I also sometimes use as support and resistance areas. But yeah, so I mean, there are a lot of stops along the way. So it is, for me, it's not very likely that Bitcoin could turn around here. It has been on a very big downtrend. You can see here from the daily, I mean, it's just sort of crashed down. But then again, on the other hand, it has also, let me just clear all this for you guys, it has also given us a lot of support levels down here where it is right now. Let me just show you quickly. So you can see this was actually a big support level as well, that offer here at what's it, $5,900 for Bitcoin, around about that area. This is also sort of an area as well. You can see it made that, it's sort of consolidated there as well between these two areas. So you can see, but you can see this head and shoulders does look very nice. It is continuing to move up as we're speaking right now. So I mean, the next support level, resistance level I'm looking for is around about $7,740 for Bitcoin. So that's a potential area if we can, but we can also look for anywhere along, anywhere in this range over here where it is sort of, you can see it as offered previous consolidation areas and support and resistance areas. But it is moving up very strongly. I wish I made this video a little bit earlier. You guys could have hopefully caught this big move. But if you did watch the previous video, you would have actually been notified of this good head and shoulders that we've been looking at. Everyone here on the research team has been looking at as well. They've really enjoyed it. I'm sure some of my colleagues will also maybe be talking about the fundamental side of things as well. If not, the technicals will always be there to help you. So it's just a quick video on Bitcoin, guys. It's a very good pattern, very nice looking head and shoulders, as I mentioned. Just draw it again for you here, just sort of out of the candle, so you don't really have anything that interferes with the pattern I'm drawing. So you can kind of see it a bit better here. There you go. So you can see it. It is a very, very nice head and shoulders pattern. So keep an eye on it, guys. I mean, heaps of support levels, heaps of trade levels for Bitcoin to look at. Like I said, all these previous support and resistance areas, make sure to keep an eye on it. It is moving again, which is pretty exciting. We haven't seen a lot of good movements in Bitcoin, really movement that we could sort of foretell, or foresee, rather. But I mean, it's starting to look good again. So a lot of trading opportunities, hopefully in the future for Bitcoin again. Hopefully not too much about that hacking from Korea, I believe, and the other cryptocurrencies. So that's it for this video, guys. Sorry, a bit of a rant. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please give us a thumbs up and click that like button. If you want to see more videos, please click that subscribe button. Also, if you want to get notifications, make sure to hit the bell icon as well. If you have any questions, my details will be provided down below in the video. Also, if you want to have a chat with us, please feel free to hop online at blackbullmarkets.com and have a chat with a friendly live support team by clicking the little green button that says live chat. If you want to email us, if it's a bit easier for you, please email us at support@blackbullmarkets.com and we will be able to answer any queries you might have about our services. Alright, guys, thanks very much for watching and enjoy the rest of your week and the trading. And from everyone here at Black Bull Markets, trade safe.